My dear students, good morning. Today I am going to deliver the webinar video lecture on the course of problematic soils and their management. And today's topic is remote sensing and GIS in diagnosis and management of problem soils. Objective of this lecture is to introduce the students about remote sensing and GIS in diagnosis and management of problem soils. I have already prepared the outline, and I will speak in this subheads: objective of the lecture, introduction, definition, application and principles of remote sensing, definition of GIS, its application and principles, diagnosis and management of problem soils through remote sensing and GIS, and conclusion, learning outcome references. The rapid development and integration of spatial technology such as geographical information system GIS, global positioning system GPS, and remote sensing RS have created many new areas for professional students and academicians, but have also widened the digital devices for the understanding the technology and potential application. The use of GIS, GPS and RS in the agriculture section is an idea which currently in vogue. The current application of the GIS and RS GIS and remote sensing in precision agriculture, which is technology given and diverse extension. The precision farming is an integrated management system incorporating different sciences such as crop sciences, agriculture, engineering, and geostatistics. Now, what is the definition of remote sensing? Remote sensing is the science of obtaining information about the object of area from a distance, typically from aircraft or satellite. These sensors can be either passive or active. Passive sectors respond to external stimuli, and spatial camera collect remotely sensed images which help research change things about the earth. Application of remote sensing: camera on satellite and application take image of large area on the earth surface, allowing us to see much more than we can standing on ground. Sensor systems on ships can be used to create images of ocean floor without needing to travel to the bottom of the ocean. Cameras on satellite can be useful to image of the temperature changes in the ocean. Some specific uses of remote sensing images of the earth: large forest area can be mapped from space, allowing ranging to see and much larger area than from the ground. Tracking clouds to help predict the weather, or watching eruption volcanic and help watching for the dust storms. Tracking the growth of a city and changes in the farm land degraded problematic soils and forest cover several years of the decade. Now, discovery and mapping of the rugged topography of the ocean floor use mountaineering ranges and this magnetic stripping on the ocean floor. Sources of rostered data of remote sensing: Raster data can be obtained in number of ways. Two of the most common ways are aerial photography and satellite imagery. In aerial photography, an aeroplane flies over an area with a camera mounted under earth. It the and the photography are then imported onto a computer and geo-referred. Satellite imagery is created when satellite orbiting the Earth point a special digital camera towards the Earth and the take as image for the area on Earth they are passing over. Once the image has been taken, it is sent back to the Earth using radio signals to a special receiving station. The process of capturing raster data from an aircraft or satellite is called remote sensing. Principle of remote sensing, this detection and discrimination of object of surface features means detecting and recording of radiant energy reflected or entitled objects or surface. Different objects return different amount of energy in different bands of the electromagnetic spectrum incident upon it. Depend upon the property of the metal's physical structure and climate and chemical surface roughness, angle of incidence, intensity and wavelength of the radiant energy. Now this is the stages in the remote sensing. Energy sources are illumination A, radiation and the atmosphere B, interaction with the target C, recording of energy by the sensor D, and transition, reception and processing D, and interpretation and analysis of an application G. So these are the different stages when remote sensing is applied to take the any image from the earth or the sea. Now this is the principle of remote sensing. You know there are two types of remote sensing. One is active and another is a passive. So active, this remote sensing or sensor directly throw the image by electromagnetic force on the earth and take the image of the any object. But in passive, there is a sun rays throw on the image and directly it take the image by the sunlight or by the sun rays. Now Geographical Information System, GIS. A GIS is a system of hardware, software and procedure to facilitate the management, manipulation, analysis, modeling. So these are four stages. One is management, manipulation, analysis and modeling, and this representation and display of geo-referred data to solve complete problem regarding planning. This is the application of GIS. This is wildlife analysis, emergency services like fire prevention, hazard mitigation and future planning, air pollution control, disaster management, forest fire management, managing natural resources, waste water management, oil spills its remedial action, sea water, fresh water, infrastructure studies, coal mining, fire and diagnosis of problem soils. A geological information system consists of digital data. The geographical information will be viewed and analyzed using computer hardware and software. And second is computer hardware. Computer used for the this storing data, displaying graphics and processing data. Now computer software compose programs that run on the computer hardware and allow to work with delete data. Now, what are the key activities of GIS? Management, mapping, mounting, and modeling. These are the four this indicators which can be used for the GIS. Environmental assessment, drainage, this network model, terrain model, DTM, etc. were covered under mountaineering and modeling. Land use, landscape, cadastral agriculture, hydrology cover under mapping and measurement activities. So this workflow is a process. One is input, this collection of tracked and corrected corrections, and this storage and management, and this output and recording. So these are the different workflow process of GIS. Now, components of the remote sensing: target, energy, transmission path, and a satellite sensor which record the intensity, electromagnetic radiation, sunlight. Now this is the satellite data, different stages, satellite data, this digital analog, summer and rabi seasons, geo reference and base map, so physiographic analysis, and this ground truth collection data, and soil classification, so finalization of soils mapping and the validations. Now, what is use of the remote sensing and GIS in diagnosis and management of degraded land and problem soils? Soil erosion and shifting cultivation, satellite data from space become sensors, namely Landsat, MSS and TM, and RSS, LISS and II were used for the qualitative assessment of the areas being subjected to soil erosion and to shifting cultivation. Practical National Remote Sensing Agency in part of the northeastern India based on length and degree slope from topography, maps, land use and land cover and soil characteristics. As revealed by Landsat TM data and other related activity data, four soil erosion classes, namely nil to slight, moderately severe to very severe, and very severe, could be mapped. Soil erosion map of the test site at 1:250 scale, the eroded area and shifting cultivation patches were manifested distinctly on the FCC. The shifting cultivation areas appear in small and irregular patches with bright yellowish vein tone and freshly cut areas on blank tone and burnt area in the background of forest vegetation which appeared in the red and magnetic and management tone on the FCC. The severe to very severe erosion classes accordingly 44.1.8 kilometer is done. So this is the image taken by the satellite regarding the shifting cultivation and the coverage of the soil. Now, salt of pitch soil, this is a very important problems in the soil. Salt of pitch soils have distinct expression on the FCC in bright to dull white tone patches within the background of normal soils supporting good vegetation that appear as a bright red and magenta tones. The salt affected soil with poor crop ground appear in dull red tone and mottled tone and enable the identify and map them. In general, the FCC of the of February-March period were found suitable to map salt-affected soils in the Indo-Gangetic alluvial plain and other areas in certain cases, especially in black soils area. Data of two different seasons help in better delineation to these soils in addition to more interactive ground truth. The salt-affected soil of India have been mapped at 1:25 at the rate of 0.000 scale through visual interpretation of land site TMRSS images at the National Remote Sensing Agency, Hyderabad, in association with the National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning, Nagpur. All India Soil and Land Use Survey, New Delhi, and the state government organization take the images and map for the planning. The legend of the salt-affected soils map show physiography units, nature of problems, saline, sodic, and magnitude of the problem, slight, moderate, and strong, and extended of problem in each mapping unit. D3, 13, 23, 23, figure 3 these three shows salt-affected soils in part of the Pali districts, Rajasthan, doing with the legend NRC has also mapped of the affected soil at 1:5:0 at the rate of 0.0 scale on a limited extent using landed TM and IRS FSC imagery at the same scale. The salt-affected soils maps have been prepared for manipulation and Mainpuri and Unnao district of Uttar Pradesh and for south coastal districts of the Andhra Pradesh. These maps show that physiographic unit, type of salt-affected soils, and magnitude of the problems at the scale of 1:50,000 scale. Pure units could be mapped and even small units not to be mapped and at 1:25,000 scale could be delineated. So this is the mapping done by the satellite and this aircraft. Now other degraded land beside above mentioned major categories of the degraded land, the other degraded land are ravines, waterlogged wetland and marshy areas. These categories of degraded lands are also manifested distinctly on remote sensing images. The ravines are seen on FCC with light grayish brown to dark grayish brown tone with coarse to medium texture along the major river system. This Venkatraman and Ravi Shankar 1992 classified the ravines along the Yamuna River in Uttar Pradesh state into deep and shallow ravines through digital analysis of the landscape. The TM data, the area estimated under this ravines was 18,470 hectare in Mainpur district of Uttar Pradesh state. This speak some multidisciplinary data have been successfully used in mapping and monitoring of wetland marshy areas. The waterlogged areas appear in different shades of bluish green or greenish blue patches on FCC with smooth texture delineation of the bluish green or greenish blue patches on IFCC with smooth, smooth texture. A delineation of waterlogged areas in black swamp region poses problems where multi-date imagery was found to be useful. Efforts are being made to use microgram remote sensing using microwave remote sensing using systems aperture radar SAR data. Dwivedi et al. 1994 studied the wetland of Sundarban and the adjoining area in West Bengal using microwave SRA data from ERS-1 satellite. They could map the coastal and inland wetland through visual interpretation of ERS-SAR data in conjugation with the IRS-IV LSS second data. In the case of coastal wetland, they could identify this map the instructive creeks and the management forests. Similarly, in the inland wetland, they could demarcate lakes, ponds, Aksu lakes, seasonal and waterlogged area and swamp area. The land degraded problem solved. This aerosols in the catchment areas can be tackled scientifically by managing the soil and water resources on watershed basis. The basic step in the detection of pioneering the watershed in the catchment to take up conservation production that control soil erosion and sediments flow into the stream and subsequently into the reservoir. Water bodies remote sense data help drive in information on soils, crops, land and land cover etc. of watershed in association with the topography maps and other auxiliary data. The spatial data maps divided from the remedy sensor data and other attribute data can be efficiently integrated geographically information system to calculate the sediment yield indices for the watersheds, which can be used for the prioritization of watershed. Mining is an important common activity for the development of any country. Mining for mineral resources has severe ecological implication if proper planning and management strategies are not adopted. In India, remote sensing data were used to study the impact of mining on the natural environment with the help of temperature satellite, temporal satellite data. Satellite data were used to study the impact of iron on mining on surrounding this forest cover and in the coal field areas to prepare environmental management plans. Now I can conclude this whole lecture. This space-borne satellite data have become valuable tools in studying the spatial data extent of the degraded soil lands and for monitoring the changes that have taken place over a period of time. Due to reclamation conservation measures, the methodology are well established to extract this precise and timely information on different aspects of the degraded land in a cost-effective manner. On operational basis, the present status in the remote sensing undertake place over a period of time due to the reclamation and conservation measures. The methodology are well established to extract precise and timely information on different aspects of the degraded lands in a cost-effective manner. On operating basis, the present status that the remote sensing techniques are being regularly used in the study of degraded land. The usage of GIS in storing, retrieving integral analysis and presentation of precise on degradation land started on a limited scale. In the near future, it will become a very important tools for the handling voluminous data generated on degraded land through conventional and remote sensing techniques, and for integrated analysis of data to derive plans for the reclamation and conservation of natural resources. The future generation of satellite with higher spatial and spectral resolution, RS-1C and advanced GIS techniques not only enable to derive information on degraded land but also to store and manipulation data for arriving at environmental this friendly plan. Now the learning outcome of tutorial lecture is, in the last, students are quite competent to know the diagnosis and management of problem files through remote sensing and GIS application, and able to learn the application of GIS in remote sensing. These are the reference which have been taken for your study. One is anomalous 1976 report of the National Communication and Agriculture, part 5th and 9th, and Average Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation, New Delhi. Another is by the Bajwa SS and Singh C and Sharma PK, monitoring of salt appetit soils of Shangrur district using remote sensing technology. Another is Bali JS. He has done a lot of work on soil conservation, problem of gullied and ravines areas, policy programs and progress. And another is DC 1985, problem of soil erosion and land degradation in India. And this Dohre Didi and other colleagues evaluated the sediments yield index using Landsat data and geographical information system proceeding of 6th ACRS Hyderabad. Now Divedi RS, RAO, BRM, Bhattacharya and others, mapping wetland using ERS1 SAR data in proceeding of national system on microwave remote sensing, and use meets in the Ahmedabad, India, PP 192-98, and Iyer HS and others. This is a problem area inventory of parts of the Harishpur district through photo interpretation in the Journal of Indian Photo 3/279. So this is the reference where I have taken the matter. You can go with this reference, and there is a lot of information is given in these references about the remote sensing agency. Thank you. 29 मिनट का है।